Hey, I'm on. Great. And I have as my guest somebody that everybody wants to know, and that's the owner of our local Dairy Queen, which I have talked to Mike a little bit ahead of time. Mike Ignasiak, the owner. And for a lot of us, including myself, he seems to have the ideal job, you know? Ice cream, 6-8 months a year, the rest of the time.
9 months a year.
Anyway, Mike, welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks for
having
having me. I appreciate it.
Tell me what it's been like since coming back this year. Probably a little different.
This year we had great optimistic. I mean, we had great spring and March. I mean, March was fantastic. The numbers were going up and up and up. And then all of a sudden everything hit the fan. You know, lost probably 90% of our employees. We lost 60% of the business. We remained open, and we are still open. It's been a struggle.
Where do you get your labor pool? It seems to be primarily young girls.
90% of my labor pool is the high school kids, college kids.
What a great job.
They're fun to work with. Usually it's their first job they've ever had. So you're pretty much teaching them responsibility, timelines, you know, that's a big thing. But most of it is responsibility, and if they can do it by themselves without the help of their parents or anybody else, then you know you got a good employee.
You know, I always tell people, I shouldn't say young people from the high school, the most important lessons you can get from your first job isn't necessarily the nuts and bolts of what it's about. And I imagine learning the product line is a learning skill, but the big part, particularly of making a restaurant succeed, is knowing how to deal with the public.
Well, it's the soft skills. We always emphasize that with our young kids. It's the social skills. We call them soft skills. You know, be able to talk to somebody eye to eye, be able to listen to somebody, and then kind of see where they want to go with this. It's been a challenge sometimes, but it's, you know, we have a lot of fun with the kids. They make it entertaining for us. That's
How
for sure.
fun working in a Dairy Queen. Wow, that'd
Well,
be cool.
it's a happy place to work. I mean, I can't tell you how many employees and customers during this time that we're going through right now have said thank you for being open, because it kind of gives us a little bit of normalcy, a little bit of fun. You know, we can go out, we'll get a hot dog or a hamburger or something like that. We come to Dairy Queen, get a nice ice cream cone, and put a smile on our face. So it's been good.
What had been, obviously this year's quite a bit different.
Never, no one's ever seen anything like this.
How are you handling it? How's the challenge?
There's a couple sleepless nights there in the first week of April. We didn't know if we were going to have to close down, and we didn't know if we were ever going to open up again. It's been a challenge. But I can tell you what, my employees that stayed, they worked their tails off, and I rewarded them for that. I can't tell you enough how good it was to have 4 or 5 employees that worked 6-7 days a week. It's been a challenge, but we're starting to see the kids come back now. I think they're starting to get a little bit more comfortable with the situation that's going on. The guidelines and steps that we have taken to ensure that our customers and employees are safe, I've never seen anything like it. I don't know how long those guidelines are going to be in place, but I'm sure probably half of them will be always in place now.
I'm one of those people, when I'm at the Dairy Queen, I'm sure the girls see this a lot, and it's these old people that can't make up their mind. I mean, there's so many, what I call tasty things out there.
Just the blizzards alone, there's over 380 different combinations. So just sit there and go, what do I want? And I always say, you name it, I'll make it. If we have it, I'll make it for you. I don't care if it's on the menu or not.
What's the most popular thing that people order?
Oreo blizzards, number one.
Really?
Oreo blizzards, peanut butter cups, cookie dough. But we always got new things coming out. Right now we got animal cookies coming out, which has been a fan favorite, cotton candy. But our blizzard is our number one seller, then our ice cream cones. And we do a little thing for the kids. We put faces and, you know, happy faces on the cones and stuff like that, and the little kids just love it.
What, you know, I tell all of my interviewees, because we're the Chamber of Commerce, we're a business organization, so I didn't want to make sure that we ended our interview, and I'm not close to ending it yet, but I want to make sure I give you a chance for blatant promotion. You know,
just come on, I mean, it's a fun place to be. We're taking, you know, every step we can to ensure the safety of our customers and our employees. If there's ever a problem, you know who I am, come and talk to me. We'll take care of it. but, we've been in business, I've been here since '97, and the people of Saline have been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great town.
It is a great town.
Hey, can I interject with a question
we have
here?
Tran here. Tran, you're not on camera. You can't. Okay, you can answer the question. You'll get one question.
I
And that's
just,
it.
I just want to know what it's like the first day of spring every year when you decide to open. Is that something you know from corporate, or is that something you decide?
That's when we decide.
Because that is like
We
a
always
sure.
check,
It's like seeing the first robin. It's like
Yeah,
the
we
one of the.
checked the first day, we did the 10-day forecast, probably right around the middle of February. I used to open up early February, but lately it's been so bad.
Yeah, it's
But
funny you mention that because my wife, she
Yeah.
is the first one. You know, the Dairy Queen's open. It's like,
How does that feel to have like that opening that just sort of gives everybody that little bit of extra spring in their step? You know.
It feels good for the customers, but for me, it's like, okay, this is the first day of 240 straight days in a row.
what do you do in the off season?
We travel a little bit. My kids are now back. My two girls are actually, one's running Saline and one's running the Ann Arbor store that we have.
Oh,
And
Really?
so now they're getting into the business.
mhm.
But we do travel. We like going down south a little bit and taking a couple weeks down there. Like I was talking to you this afternoon, it's like, everyone asked me, well, what do you do in the wintertime? I said, well, those Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays that you guys get, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't get Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays off.
Hey, it makes sense.
It's 7 days a week.
You know, before we started this interview, and by the way, we do appreciate you being here with us. It's part of the Chambers segment. You mentioned, I heard you talking about, you have the baseball background.
That was a couple years ago.
Professional
I
baseball.
played professional baseball for Milwaukee Brewers back in the early 80s, or
Really?
late 80s, early 90s.
What were you?
I was a pitcher. I
A
went
pitcher?
to the University of Michigan, graduated from Michigan,
Really?
played with a couple good guys there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually was a shortstop coming out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Michigan, took ground balls the first day next to a guy named Barry Larkin.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, I will never play here. But that guy. Coach showed me a couple little pitches on the mound, and the rest is history.
You still have ties up at U of M, people? you
I
see?
go up there all the time.
Really?
It's great to be in this area right here. I love Ann Arbor, I love Saline. It's just, I tell everybody, Ann Arbor and Saline, if you want the best place to live, Saline, in a great big city, that's not a big city, Ann Arbor.
Mm-hmm.
You got everything you need right there.
Yeah, I like,
Close to the airport, everything.
we, when you have a chamber job, you have a fair amount of promotional opportunities, and one was a weekly radio show, but you know, whenever I get a chance, I like to refer to Ann Arbor as our great suburb up north.
Yes,
you
it
know,
is. I don't want to live in Ann Arbor, but I do like going up there. I have strong ties with the University of Michigan, and I go up there a lot and help
that's
and,
great.
and see a lot of people that I went to school with.
That's great. Well, I guess we're kind of at my end of my time segment here, but I would
Oh,
offer any last thoughts. about
I
the
just
Dairy-
appreciated being here, and hopefully we can have a great summer. And
Oh, one of the things I forgot to mention, the hours might be different because
we
of,
changed our hours. Because we didn't have any staff. We were from 2 to 9. We
uh-huh.
were running just one shift, but now we're back to 12 to 9 right now. Every day, 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock every day.
Okay, and,
And we're starting to get our food back to, we cut our food down.
uh-huh,
We just weren't selling any of the hot stuff,
yeah,
and now we're bringing that back this weekend also.
great.
So
Well-
we'll have our full, it's been tough getting product from our suppliers. They're hampered, we're hampered, it just goes right
Supply
down the
chain.
line.
Um,
Yeah, supply chain has been a big issue for a lot of the franchises.
Yeah, well, if the Dairy Queen is your favorite food provider,
We will not run out of ice cream.
all right.
I will track anybody down to get ice cream. It's not ice cream, it's called Dairy Queen.
All right, well, I appreciate you coming for the telethon and
Yeah.
represent, you actually
you.
not only represent our food provider industry, but you represent the whole community very well. We
We
appreciate you.
try,
being here.
it's been a blessing since we've been here.
Cool,
Thank you.
thank you.